ZONA, The Untold War Zones of the United States. Introduction: A nation born in fire. The United States of America was not forged in silence. It was hammered into existence on battlefields, in cities, fields, forests, and foreign lands. While America today is a global symbol of democracy and power, its journey was carved through centuries of war and internal struggle. This story explores the ZONA, the war zones of American history, where soldiers fought, citizens resisted, and a new kind of nation was built. From the colonial fields of Lexington to the jungles of Vietnam and the deserts of the Middle East, this is the 60-minute story of America, through the lens of its most defining conflicts. Chapter 1: The Revolutionary War. 1775 or 1783, the birth of the Republic. It began with a gunshot, the shot heard round the world, in Lexington, Massachusetts. On April 19, 1775, British troops attempted to seize weapons from colonial militias. Instead, they sparked the American Revolution. Major war zones: Lexington and Concord, Saratoga, the turning point. Yorktown, final battle where British surrendered. George Washington's army, composed of farmers and blacksmiths, fought against the strongest empire on earth. By 1783, the war ended and America was born. Chapter 2: The Civil War. 1861-1865. A nation divided. America's bloodiest war was not fought against foreign invaders, but brother against brother. The Southern states seceded, forming the Confederacy, while the Union under President Abraham Lincoln fought to preserve the nation and eventually to end slavery. War zones: Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, the deadliest battle. Antietam, Maryland, bloodiest single day in American history. Sherman's march to the sea. Total war across Georgia. Over 600,000 lives were lost. Slavery was abolished, but the wounds ran deep. Chapter 3: World War I. 1917-1918. America steps onto the global stage. Though it joined late, the U.S. made a powerful impact in WWI. American soldiers, the Doughboys, fought in France, turning the tide against the Central Powers. Key Zona: Argonne Forest, Château Thierry, Belleau Wood, where U.S. Marines earned lasting fame. This marked the start of America as a global military power. Chapter 4: World War II. 1941-1945. The arsenal of democracy. After the attack on Pearl Harbor, America entered the war with full force. It fought on two fronts, Europe and the Pacific. European Zona. Normandy, D-Day, largest amphibious assault in history. Battle of the Bulge, Hitler's last major offensive. Pacific Zona. Iwo Jima, Okinawa, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Atomic bombs that ended the war. America emerged as a superpower, but at the cost of over 400,000 lives. Chapter 5: The Korean War. 1950-1953. The Forgotten War. After WW II, the world split into communist and capitalist blocs. In Korea, the U.S. fought under the UN flag against North Korea and China. War zones: Incheon Landing, brilliant amphibious operation. Chosin Reservoir, brutal winter battle. No peace treaty was ever signed. Technically, the war never officially ended. Chapter 6: The Vietnam War. 1955-1975. The war at home and abroad. America entered Vietnam to stop the spread of communism, but it became the most controversial and divisive war in U.S. history. Zona: Hue and Saigon, Tet Offensive, My Lai Massacre. While soldiers fought in deadly jungles, protests erupted at home. Over 58,000 Americans died. The war ended in a bitter withdrawal. Chapter 7: The War on Terror. 2001-2021. The longest war. After 9/11, the U.S. launched wars in Afghanistan and Iraq to eliminate terrorist threats and topple regimes. War zones: Kabul and Kandahar, Fallujah and Baghdad. Key moments: capture of Saddam Hussein, death of Osama bin Laden, withdrawal from Afghanistan in 2021. It became America's longest-running war, costing trillions and reshaping geopolitics. Chapter 8. Internal ZONA, Civil Rights, Riots, and Resistance. Not all U.S. war zones were abroad. Some were right at home. Civil Rights Movement, 1950s-60s. Selma, Birmingham, Watts, sites of police brutality and protest. Urban riots in 1968, 1992, L.A., and 2020 George Floyd protests. January 6, 2021, the U.S. Capitol was stormed by its own citizens. These internal battles reflected deeper issues: racial injustice, political division, inequality, and continue to shape America today. Conclusion: built through battle. The story of the United States is not just about freedom, it's about the price of freedom. Every war zone, every battlefield, whether foreign or domestic, left scars and lessons. From musket balls at Lexington to drones over Kabul, America's journey through ZONA is one of courage, mistakes, reinvention, and resilience. Thanks for watching videos. Like a comment my video and subscribe to my YouTube channel.